won't show these, but you can whatever. So this is something Google has to deal with all the time, particularly because these laws vary from one place to another. There are a lot of other racialist sites. I say racialist because it's a more general term, but it's the older term. But there's this Stormfront.org. There, Eurodate link, which is where white Aryans can be, where blonde Aryans can be other blonde Aryans and so on. It's out there if you look for it. Like everything else, there's a lot of garbage and you all run across this stuff. If you do this or something else, it's very hard to live a life Googling around and not bump into this stuff in a way that would be disturbing to somebody who hadn't grown up in this world. My sense is it's less disturbing to you than it is to me or people of my generation, just because it's really shocking that these are things that aren't allowed to appear in public, these views, and now one sees them all the time. Is there more racist speech than before? Hard to know. It's certainly easier for racists and similar types to connect with each other via the internet, as it is for everybody else, and to promulgate their ideas. But maybe it's just more visible, like bad spelling. I think I've made this analogy before. There are certain words that are very hard to spell in English. I think I asked you about accommodate. Let me just do it check again. How many people accommodate the verb? One C, one M. How many people say one C, one M? Two C's, one M. One C, two M's. Two C's, two M's. About what, 40%? That's right. Two C's, two M's. You will never forget that. You learn things in this time. If you do a search on something like Google Groups, that's about, actually you do a little bit better than Google Groups does. If you look in the press, it's only misspelled about 1 or 2% of the time. Why is that? Well, because they've got spell checkers and editors. So we never see this word misspelled in public writing. Now everybody's writing, and the normal percentage of spelling accommodate right is about 40%, and that's what you see out there. It's like the IT apostrophe S that drives everybody. You can't tell a book by its apostrophe S cover. You see that a lot, and people, nobody knows how to spell, nobody knows how to apostrophe. No, nobody, a lot of people never do that, right? But you only saw their writing on the refrigerator doors, on the grocery list, and all of a sudden you see it all. So racism may be a similar phenomenon. It's always been out there. It's under its rock, and all of a sudden the rocks come up and we can see it crawling around. But it isn't. It's a worse problem than it was. Let me briefly talk about the other form of pollution, or another form of pollution, porn. A minute of porn. A couple of years ago, just like 2 years ago, there was this. Somebody discovered the New York Post. Murdoch's paper. When I was writing, it was a liberal paper, kind of trashy, a paper somebody said saved from financial success only by courageous editorial policy. It no longer has that problem. This is the paper that gave us headless body and topless bar. I think was a great headline. So they discovered that kids in libraries were going online and finding porn sites, and that the librarians weren't stopping them, and made a scandal of this. City libraries say checking out porn protected by First Amendment, and people in other cities picked this up in LA and so on and so forth. It became the scandal of the week for a while. It actually went back quite a while. This problem, people have been concerned about internet pornography. Since the internet first, since the web first became available. Time magazine, whereas pornography was once furtively glimpsed in dimly lighted newsstands or seedy adult theaters, today it's everywhere. It pours in over the internet, sometimes uninvited, sometimes via eagerly forwarded links. Children used to supplement sex education by carrying through National Geographic inserts of naked originals. My generation. Today, many are confronted by pornography. Well, we had Playboy too. Many are confronted by pornographic images on a daily basis. In a 2001 poll, 70%, 15 and 17-year-olds said they had accidentally come across pornography online. I love it. And people, you have all these statistics, these are a couple years old, it doesn't matter, about how much pornography. More than 4 million websites worldwide show images of children being sexually exploited. When UN investigated 100,000 sites with pornography, 4.2 million websites contain pornography. Actually, probably fewer than 1% of websites are pornographic. That's the best actual estimates. But you see these estimates nonetheless about child pornography and pornography. What do these numbers mean? I mean, 5 million websites, 3 million websites. Why does that matter? If there are 12 bookstores in Berkeley selling pornographic material, and you double that number to 24, you double the access to pornography. Now I don't have to walk all the way to Shattuck and what kid, I can do it within a block of my dorm. That does change the access. If there are 500 websites with pornography, and now we have 5,000, has pornography become more accessible? Was it hard to get when there were 500 websites? No, I mean, a website's a website, and having more of them doesn't necessarily make it more accessible. It may mean that there's more market for it or whatever, but it doesn't mean it's more accessible. So there's something specious about this sort of argument. Nonetheless, there is an interesting phenomenon about pornography. If there's a phenomenon I mentioned or passed through over earlier of winner take all. Zipf's law, for those who know it, is a particular kind of statistical distribution. But the idea is that on the web, a relatively small proportion of the sites in almost any domain get a vast majority of the traffic. So if I look at the top 100th of 1%, that's 1 out of 100, 1,000, 1 out of 10,000 sites, they get almost a third of all the traffic. Take the top 1%, and it's more than half the traffic. And the top 5% gets 3/4 of the traffic. Virtually all the traffic, as I say, goes to a relatively small number of sites. Whether it's news, or shopping, or gossip, or sports, whatever it is, a very small number of sites get most of the traffic, which is why these stories about anybody can post online and be accessible to hundreds of millions. Well, yeah, that's true in theory. In fact, most people who post are, in theory, accessible, but have very little traffic or very few links to them. And this is very general, as I say, across types of websites, with one exception. The top 1%, 1/100th of 1% of porn sites, rather than a third of the traffic, get slightly more than 1% of the traffic. The top 1% of porn sites, rather than more than half of the traffic, get about 15%. And so on. Traffic within porn sites tends to be much more diffused than it is with regard to other kinds of sites.
Is this like recent competitive sites? Is this still like percentage based on how much traffic they get or like
yeah, it's traffic. If you look at link structures, you'll see pretty much the same thing. But this is traffic. This is how many clicks they get or how many unique users. Those differences are not going to matter for these purposes. I mean, the numbers may be a little different, but the phenomenon is going to be the same for all of these. So porn much more diffuse than other. That makes sense if you think about it. And I'll let you think about it for a second. Why would that happen? Why would porn sites have more diffuse traffic than other kinds of sites? Yeah. Okay, so you got your black leather, your brown leather, your white leather, your spandex, your whatever, so on and so forth. That's a thought, yeah. So it's harder to locate one site. People just go out and look for other things. That's interesting. I don't think it's true. I mean, I think the porn sites are very. Almost everything that happens with this technology begins with either porn or gambling. They're the most imaginative, ingenious, and forward-thinking, because they're gotta be, of the people out there. And they will find, if you're looking for it, they'll make it easy to find them. OEM, optimization, search engine, SEO, search engine optimization. These people invented it. Yeah. Yeah. So you don't have this link structure that supports it. That's an interesting thought. There are porn rings. I mean, that's like web rings for porn. I mean, they're not rings. There are other rings, but yeah, no, that's an interesting thought. It's a more obvious, basic reason. Let's think about it. So you wake up in the morning and you say, I could use some news. I want to find out what happened in the world today. What do? You go to New York Times or CNN or USA Today or CBS or whatever. And you get your news. Yeah. I mean, the web. So people have to go because it gets old. That's close. There's an element of that. So come back to the news. You go to CNN and you get your news. Yeah, you have another. You get a few images here and a few images there. That's also connected. But the point is, and both of you are getting at the side, the corners up. It's similar. You get your news at, I got my news at the New York Times. I find out what happened. Now I'm going to go see what the news is at CNN. Okay. Now I'm going to go see what the news is at the BBC. No, news is news. I mean, you may have a preferred site. You might go to a second site just to see if you missed anything, but you're not going to go to 34 sites to get your news in the morning. News is news is news. Now you wake up in the morning. Imagine if you can. Somebody wakes up in the morning and says, "Okay, I need to hit a porn." Right. So I'm going to go to girlsgonewild.com. Right. And I get my porn. Well, I had my porn today. So. No, it's not like, I found out what the porn is today, so I'm going to now get on with it. People spend hours doing this, and they want, one naked lady doesn't do it, right? You want another naked, and then, if it's stories about the Obama administration, reading one story about the Obama administration's policy on student loans will hold you, right? If you're looking for a naked lady, if that's your interest, or whatever you're looking for, you want another one. So people go from one site to another site to another site to another site. It's an interesting exception to that generalization. Well, how does one respond to porn in particular and rotten information in general? There are various approaches. You can do institutional organizational adaptations. That is to say, you can change instruction, education, the way libraries are organized, do it at that level. You can appeal to market forces to do this. You can find a market solution to the problem. You can look to legal and legislative remedies, pass laws and so on and so forth. Or you can, as people often want to do, propose technological solutions. And that's what people naturally did with pornography and to a certain extent with other things. This is an ad from mycio.com, an unsuccessful startup, I think, around. It was a startup. I think, okay, it was bought by somebody. I don't know what happened to it, but I like the ad. What if the baseball could repair the window? Right? The answer to the problems of technology is more technology. We'll build filters in particular that will identify the pornography and sort it out. And there was this frenzy that followed very hard upon the frenzy about about pornography itself. Oh, we're going to build filters, we're going to do technology. And lots of people try to take advantage of this. This was an ad for McAfee had this thing, Guard Dog software. You really can't see it, and I can't find a better version of it. But these two little blonde children, kind of looking down the hole, these kind of ugly gremlins and monsters and stuff with sharp teeth and whatever. Your children are going to get into this thing unless you buy McAfee Guard Dog software, which will protect them from it. There were a series of laws passed in an effort to mandate the use of these filters in libraries. In fact, the third one passed in 2001, the Children's Internet Protection Act, or CHIP Act, was an attempt to regulate online porn by mandating that all libraries that received certain subsidies that were included in the 1996 Telecommunications Act must install pornography filters in all parts of the library accessible to children. The American Library Association and the American Civil Liberties Union challenged it. I was engaged as the expert because I worked on classification technology as the expert by the American Library Association, and we took on the law on the grounds of constitutionality. It was an unconstitutional restriction on free speech. So I have a position on this particular issue, needless to say. Most of these filters, and my job was not to address the constitutional problems, I'm not a lawyer, but to address the technological problems. The argument was you can't block, there are two arguments. You can't block pornography without blocking lots of protected speech. First Amendment protected speech was the one argument. And the other was that you can't really block pornography. Anyway, it's not good at blocking pornography. But the first argument was more important for constitutional reasons because there's obscene speech is not protected, although it's not obscene until the court designates it as such. But if you're in the effort of blocking obscene speech, blocking lots of other speech that would be constitutionally protected, the law should hold. Most of these used text blocking. They use various ways. They look at text, not at images, and I'll explain why in a second. And there were lots of reasons why that didn't work. I mean, a lot of times text is just image. That is to say, it's not a text as such; it's a picture of a word. Unless you're doing OCR on the fly, you can't deal with that. Sometimes it be confused with innocent text. James O'Donnell, a well-known classicist at the University of Pennsylvania, later the provost of the University, provost at Georgetown, I think, and worked very much interested in technology. Had worked on St. Augustine. When I was doing this, I had the list of blocked sites. Actually, they wouldn't release it, but we got hold of one from some of these filters. And I noticed that James' site, in which he posted a lot of St. Augustine's works in Latin, had been blocked by this filter. I thought that was strange, so I sent the passage to James and I said, "Yeah, anybody can block it. Would you like to know they blocked this?" And it's very interesting because that's the passage in which Augustine says that even though he's become a bishop, and so he still has impure thoughts, and perhaps the software is doing that. And I said, well, it might be that, or it might be the fact that it uses the Latin preposition cum, C-U-M. Now, I don't know, but my guess is it's the latter. These things are not very smart in that sense. So they're going to block innocuous text, not using to that extent. There are other reasons that are technical reasons. They don't block site names, they block IP number, IP addresses, and often one IP address will host not only girlsgonewild.com, but soccermoms.com, and it will wind up blocking soccermoms.com in the process. They block what are called loophole sites, translation sites, and anonymizer sites, and other kinds of sites where it returns a different IP address to what's put in. They block Google cache sites. They block all kinds of stuff because they can't get at it, so they say we're going to block all this stuff. So all Google cache sites are blocked by these things, even though 99% of them are not pornographic. And there are these inherent trade-offs of precision and recall. It's a term. How many people know those terms? And have people have done UI or information retrieval? There is a basic distinction in information retrieval. You're going to maximize precision. You're going to maximize recall. What's the idea? Look, I've got a database here of pictures of mammals, and I want to find all the dogs. And I've got an image analysis software that's going to find all the dogs, right? So it'll start working, and it'll find all the easy dogs, the ones that are clearly dogs, right? And then there'll be more and more difficult cases. Now at this point, you can tweak it in one of two ways. You can broaden it so that it'll get you all the dogs, but also some wolves and hyenas. or you can narrow it so it gets you only dogs, but it will miss some of the marginal dogs. In the first case, you talk about maximizing recall, give me back everything, and I don't care if you make some false positives. In the second case, you talk about maximizing precision, give me nothing but what I'm looking for, and I don't care if I miss some instances of what I'm looking for. Usually we're interested in precision. I want what time is this movie playing at the Bijou? Just get me that, right? And I don't care if you get every site that has it. I just want one. Sometimes you're interested in recall if you're doing a patent search and you want to find prior art. Let's say you want to find out if anybody's done this research before. You want to look at everything. But in this kind of software, you're either going to get all the porn. But if you're going to get all the porn, you're going to get lots of stuff that isn't porn. Or you're going to make it more precise, but in that case, some porn's going to come through. Because these people in the business of selling porn filters, they always try to maximize recall, and they always overblock. Let me just say a word about image classification software. It's not. There's a wonderful problem for AI. Maybe in your lifetime somebody will get it. But it's not there yet. These are all images that are blocked by a system. This is a bunch of people at Stanford did this because it is an interesting AI problem. Can we identify porn just from the images? Well, Saint Sebastian looks kind of porny, with his body, whatever, and so on and so forth. And so does Mark Morris, the dancer, and so does tapioca pudding for some reason, because the surface reflectance and color spectrum are in the right range. It's not quite there yet. So the technology is not going to work. What else can you do? Well, you could have libraries could use various policies. You could have what are called tap on the shoulder policies, where librarians look, Jimmy, you tap on the shoulder. You can put in privacy screens so that patrons who do want to see pornography, which is constitutionally protected, it's not going to intrude on their neighbors. You can create green space browsers for kids. That is, they will have a browser in which every site in this browser has been passed and approved. Now, that, for most of us that would work, but if you're talking about 7-year-olds, that's more information than they need to find. And parents can just take more of a role in monitoring their kids' surfing. As it happens, even porn is getting old. Online dating and Facebook and so on and so forth, everything eating into the porn market as people find more interesting things to do with their time. We looked at the logs from a library in South Carolina just to see what people were doing. The first thing everybody does when every high school student does when they first sees, this was before they had computers at home, when they get a computer in the library, what's the first URL they enter? You're too high-minded. When you think back when you were 14 years old, you've never seen a computer, you sit down on a computer in the library, what's the first? Games is probably there, but it's actually Playboy.com. Then you go look at the game tracks. What we see here then is that the role of the phenomenon itself is determined in part by the technology, which makes things easier and also provides means of blocking what you don't want to happen. There are social, there are political, there are legal, there are economic forces, all interacting in complicated ways to produce an outcome. So where have we seen this before? Well, where haven't we seen it? This is the story we've been telling over and over and over again. It's what happened with writing, it's what happened with print, telegraph, newspapers, advertising, computers, radio, this complex interaction of social, economic, legal, and political, cultural, and technological forces all coming together, which is kind of the lesson of the class. We're going to hand out the evaluations. We would like to know, because we're always trying to tweak this, which classes, which particular lessons, whatever, were most or least valuable, which readings should be dropped, or which one should be definitely retained, how could the assignments be improved, and that we've really profited from comments that students have made, and just other suggestions. If you don't have time or the interest in writing them on the evaluations, please send us emails. We really want to know that. So now we'll pass out the evaluations, and goodbye and good luck. As this guy said, if you don't know who he is, I recommend that you find out. Who's my surrogate?